For over 50 years, I've been waiting to embark on this culinary journey. It's been a dream of mine ever since I started cooking.
I can taste the Caribbean, and yes, pineapple, coconut.
Wow.
Let's cheers.
Oh, that's so smooth. Travelling over 4,000 miles to this slice of paradise. With palm-fringed beaches, aquamarine waters. It's beautiful and it's breathtaking. But it's got a soul too.
Hot, hot, hot.
A rhythm, attitude.
An Englishman.
Unlike anywhere else in the world.
Come on, people, come on.
And I'm island hopping through this archipelago on an ultimate culinary exploration. Is it really sharp?
Yes, it's really sharp.
You don't want to overcook your prawns. Jamaica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and many more. Discovering each island's identity. Soaking up the culture and reconnecting with foods that I grew up with. Oh, wow. So, come with me as I cook my way around the Caribbean. My first stop is located 90 miles south of Cuba on the western side of the Caribbean, and it's the third largest island. It is, of course, the country of Jamaica. This tiny island has mighty reach, creating superstars in sport and music. Its food is equally as famous. Welcome to Kingston. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here because this is the place where my mother and father was born, so it feels a little bit like a homecoming. And what a place to start my Caribbean culinary adventure. Considered the heart of Jamaica, Kingston is a sprawling capital city, rising above the 7th largest natural harbour in the world. It's a busy place with almost a third of the island's population living here. And as a bustling city, it's got a lively cultural district, steeped in a rich history, which is also reflected in the food. I'm here to cook, so I'm heading to the place to go in Kingston. Probably the best place in the whole of Jamaica. We're talking the finest fresh produce. Coronation Market is an enormous farmer's market, brimming with a bounty of ingredients. Vendors come from everywhere in Jamaica to sell their wares to the locals for their weekly shop. It's where the freshest local produce is available in abundance. You know, I love to go to local markets when I travel because you see so many ingredients you don't often get to find at home. Like this coyote, or cuckoo to the locals, a leafy green veg called callaloo, and dasheen, or taro, a starchy root veg that can't be eaten raw. And there's even something hotter than the sweltering heat of this market. And it's incredibly hot and humid in here, let me tell you. Wow. Do you know, I've never seen so many Scotch bonnet pepper.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Yeah, more than this.
Yeah?
Yeah, more than this.
You normally have more?
Sometimes all 2,000 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why green? Where are the red ones?
Red ones don't sell at this time. Only when the Scotch bonnet is scarce, we sell the red ones.
Okay. And it's not just the sheer quantity of produce that's surprising. Look at the size of these. Talk about avocados, extraordinary. It's something we don't get at home, this sheer size, this rawness, this naturalness. A bit muddy, it's also sort of pristine. Do you know what I mean? Markets are a great thing. Beautiful.
You know, chef,
Miss Chef.
you come on the TV,
Yes.
cook a lot of things.
Yes. Yeah, I love mixing it up with the locals.
An Englishman. And you talk like Jamaican.
Oh, go about your business.
No.
I'm actually on the hunt for a Jamaican staple, yams. Hiya, how are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, lovely. Yams are a root vegetable, and there are several different varieties. As the shape and size varies, so does the taste and texture. Behind the skin, they come in a range of colours too, with the most common being yellow and white. Usain Bolt says if you eat yam, you run faster.
Yes,
Is that right?
Make him strong.
It makes you strong.
Yes.
Wow.
Make him go strong.
Oh, I'm going to cook yam every day. Beautiful. I'll see you again. Thank you.
Thank you. You're
Take
welcome.
care.
You're welcome.
I'm going to get strong now.
Okay.
All right, then. See you later. Mission accomplished. After a busy and hot morning shopping, I've swapped the crowded market for a bit of peace and quiet to rustle up a delicious recipe with my yams. And boy, have I been spoiled with my outdoor kitchen. Nestled in the area of Ocho Rios is the rather fancy but charming colonial-style hotel, the Jamaica Inn. And they've let me cook on their very own private beach. Well, pinch me. What a dream location. Haha, this is the perfect setting, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. I was in the market this morning picking up these yams and I just thought, what could I do with it? I wanted to do something really simple, something easy that everybody can have a go at. Well, here's something very, very simple. My griddled yams with garlic, mint and chilli dressing and barbecued lime braised prawns. Let's get on with that first. I'll take some fresh lime and you want the zest. The smell of it. When you're out here in the Caribbean, everything just takes on a kind of different aroma, if you like. You know, there's a real freshness to it. We also need the juice from that too, so I'm just going to cut those in half. And as my mum used to do when I was a young boy in the kitchen, she didn't use all these strainers and stuff like that. She'd just squeeze it like that into the palm of her hand and all the seeds would just stay behind. Can you see that? Squeeze out that lovely fresh juice. Then to that, I'm going to add some palm sugar. It's quite coarse. You can see that's quite an organic type of palm sugar, but it's wonderful. It's got its own distinctive kind of flavour. In it goes to the lime juice. The acidity there will just break down the little nuggets of palm sugar. Perfect. A couple of cloves of garlic. I've already chopped those up. Just pop them into our bowl. And here's the little secret here. We've got some coconut milk. And we're just going to pour some of that into our lime juice. Just stir that around a little bit. That's fantastic. Season it up now. A little pinch of salt going in there. Touch of pepper. Fantastic. So, so tasty. It's so lovely. Take our prawns, and we're just going to pop that straight into that lovely marinade. And remember, when you've got acid in there, i.e. the lime juice, or you're putting something like vinegar or something into it, it starts to break it down. It actually starts to cook it. I'm going to leave that in there about 10, 15 minutes. OK. And I'm just going to finish that off with a good old douse of soy sauce going in there. Now. Absolutely lovely. Look at that. Perfect. Yes, man. We like a bit of that. Now for those yams. And people get a little bit confused. They see yams in the market. They think, you know, what am I going to do with that? Well, you could treat it like a potato. You could roast it, you could boil it, you could mash it. It's got a wonderful nutty flavour. I've parboiled my yams here, 10, 15 minutes in the water, out. You want to get them with a nice bite. Oil onto your pan. Season it up. Some salt and pepper. Beautiful. I'm just going to take our yam and just roll those around in that lovely seasoned olive oil. It really is as simple as that. Beautiful. Okay, now let's make a very simple dressing to go on top of that. Bit of garlic going in there, chopped garlic again into our bowl. A scotch bonnet pepper, you don't need much of this. Obviously, if you like a little bit more heat, then put the whole scotch bonnet in there. But if you don't, then just half, I think, will do. And it's got a real, I call it a sweetness. And I don't want to give you the impression that it's not going to be hot, because it is hot. It's about 4 on the scale of 1 to 10. But it's got a lovely, lovely sweetness to it. Really brings out the flavour. We're going to hit that with some sherry vinegar, some olive oil, and finally, some fresh mint. Pop that there like that. Beautiful. That's fantastic. out here in the Caribbean, them lake things sweet. So I'd look a bit of honey. Yeah, that's it, beautiful. Now, the reason I'm preparing this a little bit in advance of my yams being done is because I'm just going to brush a little bit of that lovely dressing on top of them. That honey, that sweetness of the honey will slightly give it that caramelization when it's on those hot bars. Right. Beautiful. Now, whilst they're cooking down, let's skewer up our prawns. I love the idea of putting a little bit of a lime in between the prawns. Okay, they've been marinating in that lovely coconut marinade through the tail, if you can. And just skewer along till you've got a lovely kind of ladder effect, I think that's the best way of describing it. Okay, finish that off. And that's what you're looking for. You can see the lime, and that's all going to char beautifully on the grill. Only 2 or 3 minutes on the grill to go along with our beautiful yams. Lovely. Bit more dressing on top of those yams on the other side. Perfect. Pull these to one side here. These are looking absolutely perfect. Okay, let's whack those prawns on the barbie, shall we? Literally, we're talking about 2 or 3 minutes, no more than that. You don't want to overcook your prawns. Are they really going to toughen up? You want to keep that lovely succulence, so when you bite into it, you get the juiciness, and it'd be absolutely lovely. Now, take our lovely prawns. Beautiful. Couple of those slices of yams. Oh, I think that'll be enough there like that. That'll be beautiful. Hey, check this out. Really, really lovely. Just spoon some of that lovely chili mint and garlic dressing on the top of those. Look at that there. Okay. It smells good too, doesn't it, eh? There you have it. My griddled yams with garlic, mint and chili dressing and barbecued lime breeze prawns. Perfect. What a start. Produce bought in the market and cooked on the beach. Usain Bolt, this one's for you, mate. My foodie journey started in the bustling capital of Kingston. A vibrant, brimming city with amazing food. I've been shopping for the freshest produce at Coronation Market and giving the locals a bit of help. Come and get your yellow yams. I do you a bit of business. Come and get your yellow yams. 1.30. Do you want some yams, love? Now, I'm swapping this busy and hot capital for a spot somewhere more serene in the rainforest. Heading off the beaten track to a place where vegetables take centre stage. But this tropical island is serving up what the locals call liquid sunshine. And quite a lot of it. Oh, well, this is nice, isn't it? I thought I'd be rubbing in the factor 15 instead of putting on the hat and wrapping myself in a waterproof. Not to worry. This is Jamaica. Relax, man. Where we're trying to get to is Stush in the bush. Down there. It's run by husband and wife team Chris and Lisa. Stush in the Bush is an organic farm-to-table dining experience where the principles of Rastafarianism inform everything they do. And Chris has come to help guide us down to the farm. Hey, Chris.
Ainsley.
Hey.
Bless the Lord, man. Good to meet you. Welcome to the bush.
Welcome to the bush. Welcome to the rain.
You give thanks to the rain.
Yeah.
Thanks to the rain. Yeah, man. It's a blessing that we get you and we get the rain at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
and you need water for life, don't you?
You need water for everything. Every movement you make up here requires water.
Just talking to you, I feel a sense of calm.
You should. I'm glad. I'm glad because we try to reconnecting with all of this that's around us.
Reconnecting with the land.
Yes, I.
Reconnecting with the land. It's time to ditch the van, as it's not safe to drive any further, which means there's only one way to get down the hill with all that kit. Walk. Finally, we've made it to the 15-acre farm. We can all dry off and warm up now. Jamaica's unique landscape of flat plains and hills means it's suitable for growing a wide range of fruit and veg. And that's because the weather is perfect too, with a mix of hot sun and heavy rain, a bit like today. So it's time to find out more from Chris, a born and bred Jamaican, and Lisa, an ex-New Yorker, about Stush in the bush. So tell me, Stush in the bush, what does that mean? What does it stand for?
So we essentially have two different sides. There's a Stush side. So that's anything that will make your plate look Stush.
Yeah.
Sexy, because we're also the sexy vegetarians. So when you get a plate from us, it should be sexy, nothing boring. So that's the Stush side. The bush side now...
All right, what about the bush?
The bush now is everything. So when you're talking about the beautiful tangerines that have been around long before I was born, we got cotton here on the table.
There are a lot of local crops that we have as well. There's pineapples, there's coconuts, there's banana, there's
Grapefruit,
jackfruit,
lemon,
there's, you know,
lime,
all of these things that grow on the farm.
Yeah.
It's very earth-like, isn't it?
Rastafari is definitely the bush side of the Stush in the bush. It's the ground, it's the base, it's the way of life, how you live. So if you can relate to your plants with love, with your animals with love, with your fellow human beings with love, with each other with love, then that radiates into everything that you do. Forget the religion, forget the philosophy. You can't be Rasta without love.
When did this love start?
Back in 2009. Before this, you know, I was in education, and I was on vacation, and I met Christopher here in Jamaica.
2 months later, we were married.
Well,
2 months later, we were married.
I got here, there was no running water. We were living in a little wood cabin. It was the most romantic thing in life. It just made you realize also the things that you don't need in life. Less is more. You know?
It's quite interesting, you know, I'm hearing both of you talk about it. People have a very different view on that whole sort of, you know, what Rastas represent. What does Rastafari food represent? What thing, what was it?
The basis of Rastafari food was this thing called Ital. And when you say when you talk about Rastafari food, they always say Ital is vital. So Ital in the beginning meant clean. That means no artificial inputs, no animals for sure, no killing for eating. So it was a lot more about harvesting your greens, your vegetables, and kind of when you go back to the scriptures and it says, I give you the green herb, to you it shall be for meat.
So what actually happens here then? I mean, you live up here and you invite people. How does it work?
So we're not a restaurant as such, right? You can't just come up or whenever you want to. It's by reservation only. And ideally, people are coming up for a farm-to-table experience. So you're coming up to share a meal, to do an earth walk with Chris, to have this whole medicinal and cultural tour of the farm. You have this opportunity to kind of engage with vegetables in a way that you don't normally.
When can I experience this? You know, discover some of the wonderful things that you do up here at Stush in the bush.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to what we call the magic...
The magic kitchen.
The magic kitchen.
That's where the magic happens.
Wow. Let's do it. Lisa's going to show me how to make one of their favourite dishes, fried ackee ravioli with a cashew lemon cream sauce. Ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica. It has a buttery, creamy texture with a mild taste. Shall I call you Chef Stush, or shall I still say Lisa?
You can still say Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. So, and these are what, cooked ackees here?
This is the steamed ackee, so we're going to work with it this way. But this is the actual pod. So this is what the ackee looks like. It's actually a fruit, right? And you sort of peg out the ackee this way. You don't eat this part. You take off the seed, right? And then it has these little pieces on the inside, and you take all of this stuff out. So you definitely don't want any of this in it.
Beautiful.
So you sort of steam it beforehand in order to kind of make it pliable and nice like this. But you know ackee can be poisonous, right? You know about that?
Wait for that pod to open.
Right, so you want the pod nice and open like this as opposed to it being closed. You know, we're also in the land of cold pressed coconut oil, right? Because that's also what we do in Jamaica.
How much would you like? A good drizzle?
A nice good drizzle would be good.
How about that? Enough?
Perfect. And we're gonna just let that oil heat up a little bit. So we're gonna start with the garlic and the shallots. And the shallots are from the farm, right? So that's what also makes it really nice. So we can go with those.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you do this.
All right.
There.
And same with
Some
the garlic.
Yeah, can get in there. A little scotch bonnet.
Okay, yeah.
Which is also distinctly Jamaican.
Coming alive in the pan. Beautiful.
Thyme. And scallion. So, you know, Chris always likes to say that thyme, scallion, scotch bonnet, you know, all of the things that you need for Jamaican cooking. Tomato. So this is the filling. So we're going to add the ackee, and you're going to gently...
Yes, don't want to mash it up too much.
No. And we're going to add the last really very Jamaican ingredient, pimento, or what people like to call allspice, right?
Allspice.
And then a little salt. We tend to use pink Himalayan, just because it's a natural salt. What's nice about it is that, again, it's still in keeping with Rastafari, right? Aito.
My childhood comes flashing back every time I see this, and just my mum there, and just cooking with a little bit of movement in the hips and stuff like that, you know, beautiful. Oh, that's so lovely. Talking about fresh ackee, the thyme, the scallion, and everything's just coming through. Beautiful.
So we'll give this a little opportunity to kind of like cool down a little bit. I made a little cream sauce before. So this again is also vegan, right? So although it's nice and creamy and lovely like this, it is a cashew base.
Okay.
Right, and it has some white wine, some fresh herbs, lots of lemon zest, and also lemon juice. Want to taste?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So let's taste.
Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, zingy, the freshness of that lemon.
Lisa's also prepared a vegan pasta dough, which means it's eggless, and she's rolled it out.
So we're going to take a little bit of the ackee, and we're going to just like that.
Okay. Try and get a nice bit of that lovely sort of
color.
tinge of tomato in there.
Exactly, a little tiny bit of everything.
Flecks of
I'm gonna do 2 more there.
Okay, no problem. I'll turn that one. That's lovely. How about that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
And then we're gonna cover. And cut.
Wow. Yeah. That's okay, yeah.
We'll just rest you there to do your thing. And I think the last 2 are on you.
All right then, I don't mind that.
For me, if you don't have love and affection in your cooking, you can taste it. All of those components are really important.
Teamwork.
Very much.
Teamwork, Lisa. That's lovely. So we're going to cook these off now?
Yes, we are.
Lovely.
We're gonna fry these off, but we have like garlic to do that in.
Hit that with a little bit of
So
garlic.
about half of that.
Beautiful.
These we're gonna pop in.
Won't be long in there at all.
And that's the beauty of like fresh pasta. It doesn't take very long, a couple minutes. And we're gonna turn these. Perfect.
I quite like the idea that the garlic's got that little sort of brownish
Well, it has a
tinge to
little bit of bite, right?
Yeah.
So that's what also makes it really nice as well. Done. And see how puffed they are?
That intense heat just puffs them up beautifully. Shall I hit that with a little bit of that sauce or on the base, or does it go on the top?
Let's put it on the plate.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and this is that beautiful lemon sauce, did you say?
Right, and the base is cashew.
It's sort of vegan-like, isn't it?
It is vegan.
Look at these,
Yeah.
deliciously crispy. There we are. How about that?
That looks good. That looks perfect.
I just want to eat this one.
You can't eat this one yet.
You're going to do it to me.
And we have to feed Christopher.
So I just do some little flecks
Little bit of, right, that's the oregano. Little black pepper.
Ah, Lise, what are we going to call this then? Your crispy ackee ravioli?
Yes, with a lemon cream sauce and
With
fresh herbs from the farm. God bless the farmer.
God bless the farmer. Where is he? Oh,
Wow.
looks really, really good.
Ackee ravioli, wow.
I'm going to get stuck right into that. I'm not waiting.
Not waiting.
Straight
What you want?
Blessed are the
Wow,
meek.
it's going to be good. That's love. Love in the rainforest.
Wow.
Beautiful. Crispiness is great, and that's why that makes it a bit unusual. But the ackee, all those lovely flavours just come through.
For me, it's the cream and the cashew. Means it's totally vegan. It's totally plant-based.
Guess what? There's one more left here, so I'm just
I knew that.
easing
Take it
across
now.
and
Yes,
just
man.
mop up the
Yes,
sauce.
Oh my God. And please wash it down with some tangerine juice with a little fresh mint.
Wow.
Finish it off.
Stush,
Cheers.
Stush.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ainsley.
A wonderful
It's our
experience.
pleasure.
A pleasure having you, sir.
Yeah.
I feel like long-time family, man.
Jamaica is a country of wonderful contrast. My next destination couldn't be more different from the last. Swapping the mountains for the beach, I'm in an area called Oracabessa on the north side of the island.
With Lisa and Chris, it was all about living the rural rustic dream. But my next stop is something completely different. We're talking five-star luxury Jamaican style with a hint of movie glamour.
And this picturesque spot is the former home of English writer and naval intelligence officer Ian Fleming. Aptly named Goldeneye, this picture postcard spot is quite the exclusive getaway. And I hear the food is to live and let die for. Head chef and fellow Brit Tim Kensett has quite an impressive CV, having worked at a number of Michelin-star restaurants. He's now creating a new wave of Jamaican food, inspired by the wide variety of produce from the island. And I've lucked out, as I'm being cooked for, which means I can take a breather and soak up some of that lovely sunshine. Tim's prepared me something special, a trio of fish from the local waters. Butterfish, red snapper, and lionfish, a Jamaican speciality. Served with sautéed steamed garlicky pak choy, purple kale, and a little side salad of rocket and avocado. All sounds delicious. Can't wait to try it.
Cheers, Tim.
Cheers, Ains.
Pleasure to join you here.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure
At
to have you.
Goldeneye, man. This is really sweet. Tell me, what have you done here for me?
Being in Jamaica, it's a celebration of what we've got locally. The fish, we have 3 different ones from the local waters. We've got the butterfish here, we've got a red snapper in the middle, and then the lionfish, which is the one that you've got, is the one down here on the end.
I've got to say, that lionfish is wonderfully meaty. It's quite a distinctive flavour.
It has. I mean, this is one of those lesser-known fish, but it has this beautiful saline mineral quality to it. And then I've just sautéed some pak choy and some purple kale from the farm.
You say the farm quite sort of casually. Is that where most of your food is grown in?
Vegetables, fruits, yes. 95% of what we use, which is great, because you have this stereotypical idea of Jamaican food, and nowadays it's not just jerk chicken, rice and peas.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. I
Yeah,
can't
absolutely,
tell you.
absolutely it is, because now we have some fabulous small holdings, some fabulous organic farms, and they're just really bringing, honesty back to the food. And this is what Jamaican people have been doing for a long, long time, but it just gets lost.
It's refreshing to hear you say, hey, let's take this natural produce and let's do some fantastic things with it.
We have a growing trend of people knowing what they're eating and wanting to eat healthier.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that the food that we eat in Jamaica, the food that they have available, is inherently healthy anyway. As you can see here, I mean, we've got fish from the sea, we've got vegetables from the farm. When you cook the way that people have been cooking for a long, long time here in Jamaica, they're not worried about the little bones. The curry goat, cook on the bone. Chicken, cook on the bone. Fish, cook on the bone. Not only is it less work for you as a cook, you've got more time to spend with your friends and family, but also flavour 1,000 times better.
Fantastic. Seasonal produce. It's almost like you come here and if something's out of season, you ain't going to get it. But if it's in season, it's there in abundance.
Yeah, I mean,
Boy, it delivers.
You quite literally can't. I mean, for example, the avocado. We'll get that probably 3, maybe 4 months. You will not get avocados in Jamaica for the rest of the year. So that's why you have to celebrate them whilst you can get them.
Wonderful stuff. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to come here and to Golden
It's
Eye
a
and
pleasure
just
to have you.
hang out with you and see your style of cooking, the simplicity of it, the joy of it. And, you know, I'm sure this is why people come back time and time again. Yeah.
Cheers.
Good on you, my man. Thank you. After that taste sensation, I need a little lie down. I'm off to the beach to soak up some sun with a drink in my hand. Why not? Suitably rested, I'm swapping one beach for another.
You know, I've got to say, I love Tim's twist on traditional Caribbean food, but sometimes old tradition is the absolute key, especially where my mum was concerned. So I'm going to cook for you today Pepe's braised oxtail with butter beans. Nothing could be simpler, guys. You want to put it first, your oxtail into some seasoned flour. Flour into the bowl. Instead of pepper, I'm just going to use a little bit of cayenne pepper instead, just to spice it up a touch. About a tablespoonful. You want to, you know, kick it up a little bit, and then hit that with some salt. Just mix it round till that's well combined. And we're going to take our oxtail here. Great, look at that. Just pop all of that into our seasoned flour, and just toss that oxtail. That's really what it is. It's the tail of an ox. And the top of the oxtail is much thicker than the bottom. Hence, you get little bits and you get big bits. But it still has all that lovely flavour in there, all right? Toss it through the seasoned flour. And then I'm heating up my Dutchie pot over here. You want to get it really nice and hot. And hit that bit of oil. And we're just going to fry off our pieces of oxtail in that hot oil. Sizzling a little bit in there. Lovely. Now, let's get our onions and celery done. You know, I love cooking in the kitchen, but you can't beat cooking on the beach. Absolutely perfect. You cut your celery about the same size as you cut your onion, all right? How perfect is this? Right? Little water coming in and out the old waves. Beautiful. What a perfect place to recreate my mum's great dish. Lovely. Okay, let's turn over those pieces of oxtail. You can see they've browned up beautifully. That's what you want to do. You want to get that lovely kind of brown tinge on it like that, all right? You know what's really lovely about this? When I smell it, it reminds me of us being up on the common playing football. Then we came back, you walk in the front door and you open it and you... Mum's cooking braised oxtail. You just knew it. You just knew what you were going to be eating in a couple of hours' time. And it was genuinely exciting. All right, once you've got to that stage, we're just going to take these out now. And I'm going to brown them up. Just drain them off. Lovely. And then in the same pan, I'm going to take my onions and my celery. Just going to pop them. Lovely, just mix that through a little bit. And you've got to sweat that down until they're softened. That's going to take about 5 or 6 minutes. Now that's started to soften a little bit, the onions and celery have started to soften a little bit. I'm going to pop in the scotch bonnet pepper, the chopped up garlic and the bay leaves. 2 or 3 bay leaves in there. Good old dollop of tomato puree. I like that. Some fresh thyme sprigs. There you are. And just stir that round, combine that. And look at that, a lovely, lovely colour. That's great. Very, very nice. Then, the old red wine. Now, to be honest with you, I can't remember whether my mum put the red wine in there. I have to be honest, but I kind of think she perhaps didn't want us to know, because when we went to bed, we slept for about 10 hours. About a good glass of red wine, large glass of red wine in there. I got some chicken stock. And we're going to pop in our chopped tomatoes. A little bit of Worcester sauce. That's lovely. Then we're going to take that oxtail. It's already browned up our oxtail. We're just going to pop that back into that lovely sauce. There you go. And there it is. Look at that. We've got that lovely bit of braised oxtail there, or very much in the early stages of cooking. But in about an hour and a half, you're going to come back. All of that would have cooked down really lovely, succulently, and all those flavours would have just penetrated straight into that braised oxtail. Really lovely. That's it. And just let that cook down for about an hour and a half, all right? So it's lovely and tender. And what'll be my tender is this. There we are. That's been cooking down. Wow. Look at that. It's rich. It's beautiful. Ah, it's heavenly. That's what that is. And what I'm going to do now is add my butter beans, OK? I've got a couple of cans here of butter beans. That's been cooking for about an hour and a half. That goes straight into our pan. Just stir that through a little bit. Give that about another 20 minutes, half an hour. Just heat those butter beans through, and that's it. We're ready to serve. OK, now, bit of rough chopped parsley, handful of that. Off with the lid. The butter beans have been cooking down there now for about 20 minutes, half an hour, it doesn't matter, till they're nice and tender. And then you have the completed dish. Pepe's braised oxtail with butter beans. Wow. Mum, I'm hungry. Come and eat then.
There you have it. My take on my mum's oxtail and butter bean stew. I hope I've done you proud, Mum. I've been busy exploring Jamaica, the first island of my Caribbean adventure.
Usain Bolt says if you eat yam, you run faster.
Yes,
Is that right?
Making strong.
Cooking up my recipes, inspired by local ingredients.
Obviously, if you like a little bit more heat, then put the whole scotch bonnet in there.
Ainsley,
Learning about the Rastafari way of life.
It's the ground, it's the base, it's the way of life, how you live. You can't be Rasta without love.
As well as meeting and eating a new wave of Jamaican food.
We have some fabulous small holdings, some fabulous organic farms, and they're just really bringing, you know, honesty back to the food.
But as the first part of this trip draws to a close, I've been allowed to nosy around a very special spot.
Now, check this out. Just over the bridge from the Golden Eye Resort is a bit of literary and movie history.
Tucked away on its own separate piece of land is the Fleming Villa, complete with its own private beach. Ian Fleming is best known for creating our favourite MI6 agent, James Bond. He designed and had this holiday home built as a retreat in the 1950s, as the perfect spot to create his novels. which explains why 3 of his books lead 007 to Jamaica. In Live and Let Die, Dr. No, and his last, The Man with the Golden Gun.
And this is where Ian Fleming sat to write all those amazing stories.
14 in total, Casino Royale being the first. Ian then spent the first 2 months of every year writing James Bond adventures in this glorious setting. And if you're feeling a bit flush, then this villa is all yours. And you can holiday in Fleming's footsteps. Just imagine. And since the martini was famously Fleming's favourite drink, as well as that of James Bond, it's time to create a cocktail of my own.
In memory of the great late Ian Fleming, I'm going to make a bitter orange cardamom martini. Nothing could be simpler, guys. First, you take your marmalade, melt it down in the pan. You don't want to boil it, you just want to melt it. Then I've crushed some cardamom pods, 3 or 4 bits of orange zest into it, and just allow that to infuse. But big secret is that you pour the vodka on top. Put it to one side and allow it to cool. And just look at that. All those wonderful colours and the smell of vodka. Take some ice. Pop into your shaker. Pour some of that wonderful infused vodka with marmalade on top. Hit that with a bit of triple sec or Cointreau. It's like an orange liqueur. Next is the lemon. Give it a roll, release that juice. And I've got to say, out here in the Caribbean, those lemons are so, so juicy. Check this out, guys. Yeah. Squeeze that in there with just a little shake of Angostura bitters. That's it. Lid on top, give it a bang, and in true James Bond style, I like it shaken but not stirred. Oh, pop the lid on top. Take your martini glass and pour away. Woo-hoo! And last but not least, a little peel of orange zest. Oh, twist it, drop it in. There you have it. My delicious bitter orange cardamom martini. Ian, I'm sure you'd be proud.
Irie or cheers, all is all right in the world.
Beautiful. And what an amazing start to my Caribbean adventure. Jamaica has brought so much freshness to me. Going to Stush in the bush, what Lisa and Chris are doing is so exciting. Then going to the markets and seeing all this fresh produce that people are actually getting out there and buying. And suddenly coming here and meeting Tim, taking traditional food, giving it a new twist, making it exciting, not only for the eyes, but also for the taste buds. This is a fantastic beginning, and there's so much more to come. Thank you, Jamaica.